Hi, my name is Gustavo Aron Garza Hernandez, and today I will be talking about the difference between bacteria and virus. Why am I talking about bacteria and virus? Well, both of them can cause mild to serious infection, right? Well, it's important to know the difference between each other because their treatments are different. If we don't know the difference between bacteria and virus, we can make an effective treatment for each other. Well, let's start talking about bacteria. Bacteria are simple and single-cell organisms. We can call them like prokaryotes because their DNA aren't enclosed. Besides, their DNA is contained in a certain area of the cell called the nucleus in the cytoplasm. In this place, we can find all the components that is necessary for bacteria to grow, to metabolize, and the most important, to reproduce. This last is the most important because it's the principal difference into the virus. To stop a bacterial infection, to treat them, we can use antibiotics. These medicines kill bacteria and also stop the multiplication. But we have a problem. Many organisms have developed a little resistance to these antibiotics. For this reason, many antibiotics may be prescribed only for the most serious cases of bacterial infections. Now let's see the anatomy of a typical bacteria cell. In color blue, we can see the nucleus, which contains the DNA. In color red, we can see three little circles called plasmids. This plasmid contains a little part of DNA which can be used to repair or make another function into the bacteria. We can see a little cell membrane, the cell wall, and a cell capsule. And finally, in the bottom of the picture, we can be three little flagellums. The function of these flagellums is allows the bacteria to grow, to move. Now, let's talk about virus. Viruses consist of two things principal. The genetic material that can be DNA or RNA and a protein code that protects the virus. And sometimes we can find a layer of fat. This layer makes an envelope of the virus, and it's not usual to see them into the virus. It's not usual, but can be in many types of virus. All the viruses need to enter in a living cell to be able to reproduce. This is the principal difference between a virus and a bacteria. And also, this makes a virus a not living organism. Once inside the cell host, the virus take over all the machinery necessary and force the cell to make a new virus. However, viruses can be quite selective about where they live. As you can know, many viruses don't even infect humans. But it's important to know that virus can evolve and jump into humans. The most recent case is the organism called SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, that probably jumped into humans from the bats. Now we are seeing the anatomy of a virus. We can see that they have DNA or RNA enclosed in a protein code. They have spike proteins to take in the living cells, and we can have lipid membranes to protect itself. And finally, we are seeing how to treat a viral infection. There are so many steps to treat a viral infection that can include managing the symptoms with honey for coughs or chicken soup for the hydration, and etc. We can stop in the viral reproduction using medicines, and specific antiviral medicines, like medicine for flu, for example. The most important, we can prevent infection in the first place using vaccines. And finally, if our virus have an envelope of a layer of fat, like SARS-CoV-2, we can kill more easily by hand washing, because the soap disrupts the layer of fat and breaks the virus. And that's it. Thank you so much for your attention, and see you next time. Bye.